I've been asked a lot of questions that can sometimes get repetitive in the comment section or asked on Hooping Live, and I wanted to make a special video about my journey or my process of being a hooper. There is a video about that actually that I made a while ago that I documented all of my hooping journey from day one to where I was at that time, and it's just amazing to see how you progress and how you grow as a hooper. So if you haven't started documenting yourself and you're any kind of flow artist or any artist at all, it's really cool to just kind of keep some sort of diary or video blog or anything like that, just to kind of go back and look at when you're in your further stages of life. So I started hooping, I think, in 2009. I was at my friend's house, and she had picked up a hula hoop, and she was by her pool, and she started hula hooping and like doing like like getting up on her shoulders or kind of doing the basic tricks like a vortex. And I remember just being completely enthralled by it, just thinking that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Because when I was younger, I loved to hula hoop. I was always the girl at recess, and I grabbed the hoops and I did creative things with them. I was the one that was like doing it around her neck and, you know, all these strange things without any clue that it could be so much more. And so when I saw my friend hoop, it was this strange moment in my life where I thought, I can do that. And I really, really want to do that. Like, I remember thinking, if I could just be a really good hula hooper, my life would be perfect. And so I got my first hoop finally, and I started hooping, and I did it every day, and my friends and family were supportive of it. It was really amazing to see where a plastic hoop, so to speak, was able to take me to... Sorry.
You can tell him what he's doing.
Sorry. My cat is drinking Craig's water right now, and it's really funny. Chakra, you have your own water. That's so funny. Well, I'll get you a different glass. I started hooping every day. I brought my hoop to school. I looked up any events in Kansas that was hooping related, and I just became really into the community. And even though there wasn't a lot of community that I could find at the time, I tried to mesh with whatever I could. And when I finally went off to college is when I really started uploading my videos on YouTube. And really, you know, I loved hooping before I went to college, and I was all about it, but I hadn't really broken through that space or that portal yet that really just like throws you into the amazing whirlwind of awesomeness that is hooping. And I remember my dad and I drove from Kansas City to Sarasota, Florida, so I could go to Ringling College of Art and Design. We got there on a Tuesday. And I remember we got to the hotel, and I get a text message from someone I had met through the school's online meet new students thing or whatever. And he said, there's going to be a hoop jam on Siesta Key. This woman named Bonnie Brown hosts it. You should go. And my dad was so exhausted, and I said, Dad, like, please, 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 I really want to go to this. This is like my chance to hoop and have some fun. So we go to the beach. Oh, Chakra loves you so much. So my dad agrees to take me to the beach. It was the first time I'd ever really experienced anything like this before, where there were drummers and there were hoopers and there were all these incredible people, except for Bonnie, because she was sick that day. I remember I just fell in love with it. And I fell in love with the community and everything that was Sarasota's hoop family. So when I finally did get to meet Bonnie, it was like everything changed. And all of a sudden, hooping became this more, I guess that's kind of when hooping became more spiritual for me, because before it was a little competitive, because some of the people that were in my life at the time were a little competitive about it, or didn't see it through the eyes of someone who wanted to do it for themselves and not to show off. So it was amazing to finally meet people that understood that I was hooping for me and not to boast to the world what I could do. So I meet Bonnie and I'm so inspired by her. She was so healthy and beautiful and had all these cool hooping clothes, which I didn't have yet. And I was just in shock by who she was. And even though she's not my technical hoop mama, I consider her my hoop mama, because she really opened my eyes to what hooping really was. And so I bought some clothes, some cool clothes from her, and I bought hoops from her because she makes beautiful hoops. OutwardSpiral.net, by the way, if you haven't checked them out. She's the most expertly crafted hoops. But anyway, it's so cool, I'm sorry. And she just kind of mothered me into being a selfless hooper, and to really understand how symbolic that circle is. And she, was there. She helped me with fire and appreciate fire and the process and the beauty of just letting hooping be this amazing experience instead of this rushed, oh, I gotta do everything right now. I have to learn every trick right now. And she taught me how to just slow down and really appreciate every step in that journey. What was so cool was kind of how everything started going, staring upwards and going uphill, because I meet Bonnie and then she says, there's this guy named Baxter who has created this thing called the Hoop Path, and he's going to be in St. Pete. You should go. He's a great teacher. And I thought, okay. So I'd never been to anything like that before. No hooping events or anything really. We go, and all of a sudden, my hoop path, my hoop journey became hoop path. I learned about finding my inner dancer, becoming confident in myself, loving the hoop for what it's done for me. And it's wild because right after I had that hoop path experience, and I made videos after Baxter taught me all this amazing stuff, my hoop videos just skyrocketed. And I got more views. And I remember when my views started going up, I was just shocked. And I remember when I hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, my video has 120 views. Oh my gosh, my video has 500 views. And then it's thousands and tens of thousands. And it's just it was the most humbling thing that I've ever been through, because it was just so incredible, and I was so grateful, and I just became more in love with hooping. And so I started going to the Siesta Key drum circle and just went to Hoop Path in North Carolina, to the retreat, any workshop I could go to, anything I could do to help hoop. I started a Ringling Hoop Jam where I taught people at my school how to hoop. I made sold hoops. I just wanted to show the world hooping. And there was one day at Siesta Key when Craig Shipp was there, and he noticed me and just wanted me to do a quick little snippet and talk about hooping and do some stuff. And I told him kind of about my YouTube channel, and he thought that I had really good chemistry with the camera, and he came up with this concept, which working together with him bloomed into Hooping Live, which is now what is my passion with hooping, is this kind of virtual online hoop jam, hoop community, teaching, lessons, sharing, and all this awesome stuff that is this beautiful creature that is Hooping Live. And Craig and I just worked at it, and we still do every day until, it finally started really blooming. And I'm so grateful now because not only have my videos gotten even more views, and Hooping Live is just skyrocketing, and people actually are wanting to come on to the show instead of me going out and begging people to be on the show, which is just amazing and so flattering. And it's just kind of cool to see when I first started watching these videos of these amazing hoopers, thinking, man, like I said, if I could do that, I would be like, that would make my life. And honestly, I doubted myself. I was like, I'll probably never be that good, but I'll try my darn best. And, maybe I'm not the world's greatest hooper in the world, but I love what I do, and I love what I can help provide to the community, and that is enough to make me feel like I've accomplished that goal in my hoop journey to, that I can be fully happy with what hooping is in my life. And now I'm so grateful. It's just incredible that all these people want to watch these videos, and they want to put their input, and they want to talk, and they want to communicate. And I get beautiful messages and comments from viewers, and people are starting to recognize Hoopin' Live and want to sponsor it or, send gifts to us. And I think back on it, and none of that would happen if it weren't for you guys. Clicking that play button, clicking the like button, commenting and sharing and supporting. That none of this would be happening right now. And so I'm grateful for the journey that is my hoop path, but no matter what the reason is that I started hooping, I'm just so happy that you guys have responded so well to Hooping Live, and that it's been able to bring you so much joy and teach you all. And for me, that is enough for I could drop the hoop and walk away and say, I accomplished what I wanted to do. I won't, but that's just how special it is to me. And I guess I just really want to thank you all for being a part of my journey and getting on this crazy roller coaster with me and watching the change and just being supportive. And I can't wait to see what we are able to accomplish together as, a team, and hopefully we're going to get some really awesome stuff going and do the best we can to make this experience for you like the most epic thing ever. So thank you so much. I'm forever grateful. And if you have not watched the show yet, our show is Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time, and you can go to hoopinglive.com. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, Instagram, and so you can stalk us on everything and figure out what's going on. Sometimes we have little secret announcements on Twitter, and maybe we didn't on Facebook, so be sure to keep an eye out for that stuff. And hopefully we'll see you on Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and thank you.